What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Steve from Printer Gang Investments, back on a Monday with another video. And today we finally had that down day on Palantir, man. That judgment day, that day that everybody was saying the valuation was too high. That day, the day everybody was waiting for it, finally came. Palantir was down as much as 10% today. I think we closed the day down like 6 point something percent. And I made a bunch of moves behind that. So I'm going to tell y'all all about it. So the first thing I did this morning was actually, I noticed yesterday evening, Palantir hit like 67, 68 after hours. And I woke up this morning and I seen pre-market, it was flat. So I was already thinking like, oh man, these motherfuckers want to do some profit taking or something. So what do? All right. At open, I sell that call that's been sitting here for a minute. If you've been watching this channel, even to see it's not here anymore. The one I think I made like 750% on, it was worth $3,200 this morning. I got out of it for $3,000. They tanked it, I think, all the way down to like $2,700, $2,600, maybe something like that. But that one was deep in the money. So I took that money and I hopped down on this dip, people. I hopped down on this dip for real. So I took $3,000 and I hopped down with $1,200. I would have put down some more, but I want to see if this dip gonna continue tomorrow and throughout the week before I get back in it. So what I did today, I bought this March call. This one you see I'm up a little bit on. That's the one I think I caught pretty close to the bottom. I also bought these two June 2025 calls for the 90. They're pretty risky. But as you can see, I ain't catch the bottom on those. It kept going down on me. That's what it's like when you buy a dip. That's why they say don't try and catch a falling knife. You know what I mean? Then, y'all see these December 27th calls, man. I was up 60% on those last time we did a video. They had me down 40% on them this morning. So what I do, I bought another one for $30. That one's up to $37, and we got 3 of them. My other calls, they sitting here. You know, they went down a little. I think they was up 70%. Now they only up 38. And I actually bought another share of Palantir today. So, what else is the plan? I think I bought $10 worth of Tesla, $10 worth of NVDA, GEO, American Express calls. They doing whatever they're doing. It's not working right now. But where are we at right here? So actually, I'm pretty excited because as y'all can see, I took a lot of gains today. I think I got like $1,800, made like $1,800 today. So what are we going to do with that money? First thing we're going to do, we're going to see if this dip keep dipping. If this dip keeps dipping, we're going to be able to deploy. If this dip keeps riding, there's a lot of other stocks out here. 2025 is setting up to be potentially different than 2024. Like, I'm still bullish, but I've been hearing a lot of chatter about crash, correction, whatever you want to call it, first quarter of 2025. So I'm getting a lot of buying power up in case I got to buy puts next year. In case I got to switch my sector. I might have to go value stock dividends. We'll see. We'll see where that's going. So next thing I want to talk about, I want to look at some of the stock prices today. Because besides what's going on with Palantir and the small cap stocks, we had Elon up 5% today. Tesla was up 5% today because of him working with Trump, regulations getting passed, so on and so forth. There are other channels that can explain it better than me. But they also said Kim Kardashian did a commercial with an Optimus robot today. So, that might be a big deal because like they said, if Tesla says anything about Optimus robot for real in 2025, it could get real. But yeah, let's scan these stocks. So the QQQ was up today. Palantir was down today. SoFi was up today again, man. Y'all see my little 5 SoFi calls that I got in the other portfolio. I got some in 2 of my other accounts that don't really be showing like that either. So that's going pretty well. Rocket Lab did decent today. Rocket Lab did decent today as well. Let's see what they did. Yeah, they were up 1.5%. So that story is continuing. I saw the fall and the part bounce back on IonQ. I had think about taking it, but I had spent so much on Palantir, I didn't really want to get any more today. They fell 21%. Now they're only down 13%. Oak closed back up. For all my Robinhood shareholders, congratulations. They hit 35. And we got NVDA was down today, but their earnings are in 2 days. It's been rumors that the Blackwells going to get delayed. There are rumors that the Blackwells are hard to install. Just reasons to scare people. But right now, I mean, I'm watching Palantir because That's my trade. But the biggest catalyst that everyone needs to be paying attention to or not, whether you got options, a shareholder, or just in the market, is NVIDIA. So let's see what NVIDIA did today on the technicals. So today, NVIDIA fell all the way down to this order block down here. It got to the top of the order block and began to bounce. If I had the money to buy those options, that would be a decent play going into earnings if you're into the earnings gamble type of situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm not necessarily an earnings gambler, but that's a decent entry. They broke one fair value gap, as you can see here, fell down to an order block, and they're trying to bounce. So only earnings will tell, you know what I'm saying? On a normal technical setup, I would think this would bounce back, but with earnings coming up, the chart's only gonna let us know so much. So that's where we're at with NVIDIA. Let's look at Palantir. I don't know why they're taking so long, people. But anyway, so Palantir had a hell of a day. As y'all can see, big green candle yesterday or Friday and big red candle today. We fell down to the top of this fair value gap. That's the bottom I was looking for. I might have caught one call down here, but I didn't catch much down here. I caught some down here because I did get a share for $59.75. I got a share for $59.75. They're saying the bottom was $58.98. So I tried. Yeah, I would have liked to get it down here. But we're going to see what happens tomorrow. We're going to see, can they bounce? Can they hold this? Does it get real? If it gets real, I would expect somewhere in this 57.50 area, this 58 to 56. I would try that. If that don't work, I'd be looking for 52 or all the way in the 50s, 49s. It would be very real if that happens. And I know if that happens, a lot of y'all will be a little worried. But I ain't gonna lie. If that happens, yeah, y'all gonna see on the screen whatever cars I got left are gonna be in pain. But what y'all gonna see, that would be a dip that you need to buy. Now, one of my thoughts on what's going on in the market. As a Palantir shareholder, a lot of people were relieved today. A lot of people were happy today. It's a lot of people that like to sell cars instead of buy cars like I do, and they're caught up in some very bad prices, and they're hoping the stock comes down. So it was actually a lot of, it was actually, this crash or down day was actually welcomed by a lot of people. Here's my feelings on it. At this point, I'm thinking the cat's out the bag because the institutional ownership on Palantir has went all the way up to 63%. So it's not like it was people like me and you buying Palantir that pushed it from 40 to 60. It was institutions. And my thing is, you guys think the institutions are stupid and just buying Palantir at the all-time highs? I'm not sure. But as far as this dip is concerned, if it gets more real, that would actually be decent, a better setup for us going into 2025 versus us staying like in these highs, because like a lot of investors that do a lot of fundamental analysis are saying the price of sales is coming up, the price to earnings, the other metrics that are coming up means Palantir is going to have to really be earnings hand over fist next year, and even more than we were expecting. Like, we were excited about 30% CAGR. The kind of numbers they putting up there, damn man, I have to say 40, 50% CAGR. You see what I'm saying? It's stuff like that. So if we were to come into the new year like maybe 50, 55, a little lower, like instead of just keep mooning and come in the year at 70, 75, 80, God knows what, it would actually be a better setup for us in 2025. Because what a lot of people are saying is, if we blow off top at the end of this year and this stock goes crazy, we might potentially be in a Tesla situation where we got to prepare for a year or two of just flat prices. And I'm with all that. I don't want that to happen because it's very fun and easy to trade Palantir. But I've been through that before. And that's why you see me taking a lot of gains on these options. The shares, I haven't sold a single share yet. In fact, I just add shares. I bought another share today. So I don't really care about the shares. My cost base is probably like 15. Even the shares I show you here, the cost base is 35 because I keep buying them at the highs with profits. But even those are my highest cost basis shares. So if Palantir were to tank for a year, it would mean I probably wouldn't be in the options game on Palantir like you see me on, but I just let them shares sit there for a year or two, and we would charge train the next thing. You see what's buying the SoFi. You see us buying the Rocket Lab. You see us looking at the Ion Q. You feel me? It's like looking at dividend stocks, looking at nuclear energy stocks. So if this stock tops out, we might have to find a new stock for our daily trading. But as far as the long term, the only way I'm selling these shares is if Alex Karp fucks up. Alex Carp gotta fuck up for me to sell these shares. I ain't gonna lie to you. You see what I'm saying? Like, I bought them too cheap. I bought most of them from 7 to 15. If you pull it back to 40, I'm just gonna buy more of them. I don't make my yearly money or any money I spend anytime soon off shares, only options. So I'm gonna be trading options, trying to make money, stock stall out. We'll take the gains we made, find a new option, keep doing research, and accumulate a lot of shares with the profits as you see me doing. But, you know, it's your boy Steve from Printer Gang Investments. I hope you guys held it down on that dip, man. I'm gonna see everybody in the next video. Let's see.